Okay then people, welcome back. It's been a while. I have been doing a little bit here and there, but content wise it hasn't really been anything too interesting. What we have been doing is of course breeding up our sharks, and we in fact got a baby Basilosaurus off of the ones that Crazy's got. At the moment we're just waiting another 2 minutes for that one to be mature enough to get its first bit of care, and then as you'll see it takes about an hour in between each care. Obviously unofficial, I'm sure that'd be quite a lot more, but we're not unofficial, thank God. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait that little bit longer for that one to get its bit of care. Then whilst we're waiting for the hour, I think we're actually going to take the sharks out, except for the highest two maybe, and we're going to go and try and do this first cave. So let's have a quick look whilst we're waiting which ones are which. We've got 214, 165, we've got 232, 154. This is one I'm quite happy with. I managed to find my Dunkleosis thing, and it is actually at 162 with a decent amount of health and a decent amount of melee. So maybe we'll take this one in as the one we're riding and take the sharks for a bit of backup. Idea is we're meant to be taking this one in because of course the squid and the jellyfish don't actually affect the Basilosaurus, blah, 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 the whales. But as it is at the moment, of course we're still waiting for it to raise up, and to be honest I can't be bothered to wait that long to try and go and do this cave. I want to get it done, I want to get it finished, I want to get off this blooming map and do something else. I want to build, I want to have fun rather than go for all the bosses. And after that little wrap, so we're going to give that one its little bit of imprint, and then whilst we're waiting for it to do the next bit, we're going to see if we can go to the cave, get the artifact and be back again in time. Of course that does mean running over and getting some scuba gear and such, but we're only over there. Now that should be enough yammering, we should be done. There we go. Basilosaurus wants to be ham-fed comfort food. Azelbars. Really? A whale wants to be fed berries? Okay, well then what we'll do is we'll have a quick fly over to the base and we'll grab some berries, and you can have a look where the base has gone. Obviously I have missed doing some uploads for about a month or so now, so apologies to all who are actually looking forward to them, if there are any of you, anyone. But yeah, the base has changed quite a bit, as have our tames. Long story short, we did manage to get a few good megatheriums. We've chucked them over to Crazy's base because when he's been on, he's been breeding them, and we managed to get a few random bits. Here's our base coming into render, of course, slowly. There we go. We have managed to lose one dinosaur. Thankfully it would have been a lot more if it wasn't for the fact of how boosted the food stats and such were on this server. But what we did lose, of course, was the Pelagornis, thanks to that stupid thing of only eating fish meat. It's a bird, you know what I mean? I mean, surely it'd be like, no, shut it, you're having raw meat and you're gonna love it. And that should be that. Anyway, we'll have a quick fly over the base. We'll show you this in another episode. We've got a little lift there to go up to the top. I'm not sure why, but it seemed quite a cool idea. A few tames down here, including some Phytocleos, which we're going to take out and just have a bit of fun with because we don't really need them for anything. We've got a nice selection of Argies here, some pretty colours. We've got some Carucus. Yep, that's how you say it. For some reason we've got Mammoth sat up here. I'm sure there was a reason. Oh, that was it. I dropped it down here so that I could get the wood out of it to craft something at the time. But there we go. So we're not doing too bad. All we're going to do now then is we'll go back, I'll feed this one, and then whilst we're off camera I will quickly go and grab my scuba gear that I need and such, get rid of the weapons that I need because I don't want to lose anything down there if this goes horribly wrong, and then we'll probably join you once we're outside the cave. So come on, Azululu berries. Azululu berries for the whale. Where are they? There they are. Bop. Just wants one. Just wants one. Because of course whales love eating berries. There we go. And what's the stats at the moment? 20,945 health. Movement speed 100, melee damage is 420, weights 4,760. So that should do us quite nicely. More importantly though, how long have we got till the next care? I do believe it was about an hour. Yep, just over an hour. Wow, that sucks. Apparently I'm so hungry that I'm actually going to pass out. So just quickly light these fires. Sit on the chair. And there we go, we've eaten something. So, I will join you back once we're outside the cave. Okay then people, we're back. And for the observant amongst you, you will notice this is actually me and an Argentavis, rather than me and a group of Megs and a Dunkleosaurus. Or Dunkleosis, whatever. The bloody rock-chomping fish. Now the reason why is because we went through with the Megs and the Donkey, and it actually went far too easily. I think we got dismounted once. Wasn't really a problem because at the time the sharks were already eating the jellyfish that did so, and you couldn't really see much past what pretty much looked like some sort of sushi orgy. I'll put in a quick clip of that around about here now though for you to all see. Right then, so as we saw there, it wasn't exactly the clearest of things and you weren't really going to be able to see where we were going. But what we did find was a nice little way to do it on foot. So, I'm back, I've got basic gear on me, I've got a Mastercraft crossbow which is 200 damage and a plain crossbow which has got my grappling hooks. I've got some glow sticks just so you can see me a bit better because, as we all know, even with the settings for camera and such, it doesn't really make much difference when there's glare, and as there's some nice glowing crystals in there, there's some real glare. I'm just going to chuck these in here, as I have actually been in here twice now on foot, once to go all the way through and get an artifact, once to go part way to realise I hadn't recorded, and this is my third time. Now this gear here that's nearly empty was from when I went in with the donkey and such. This is one that I've used the second time. But anyway, to show you where we are on the map, we're right about here, and show that with GPS coordinates, we're at 55 by 12.6. Now obviously this isn't the entrance of the cave, this is the rocks just on the corner of the map, or sorry, just on the corner of the coast there. But this is pretty much the easiest way if you're actually going to be going down from the surface to find it. So what I'm going to do first is be cocky, put on my nearly finished scuba tank, or nearly broken. I'm going to third person. Oh, avoid the jellyfish. That's our only real trouble when trying to swim it, is jellyfish and electric eels. We're going to swim straight ahead, and there's that one rock, and it drops down. So we're just going to drop down, which looks really strange, I won't lie. And here, between the two groups of seaweed, is the entrance to the cave. Now one thing I will point out is I'm probably not going to get to show you where any of the loot is in this cave, because as I've just been through twice, I have actually managed to pick up most of the loot drops. I'll try and point out roughly where they are for you. Past that, you're going to have to use your own skill just to find the actual glow of them and such. Two of them, or yeah, two of the locations are going to be underwater, two of the locations are going to be above water, maybe three. Two locations above water, I believe it is. Anyway, one is literally right here in this corner, which is where I've just grabbed one, which I actually just got a Diplodocus saddle and a Tapejara saddle, both blueprints. Yeah, we're going to stick to the right, we're going to come through here. If I do miss any drops that any of you see or anything, feel free to let me know in the comments. And I do apologise for the lag, joy of servers. Amusingly, it's actually only me on here. Anyway, we're just going to keep going. And start to see the red glows of the crystals in the ceiling. And that's where we're heading for. To what we might as well call Ammonite Bay. I mean, look at them. They're all here. So, for those of you that actually want some Ammonite bile as well, nice little place to come. Now one thing I'm going to do is not that. I'm going to do that. Pop one. And put it on my back so you can see where I'm going in a second. But for now we've walked straight across. And over on this side, if you follow this little shaft here, or this little shelf, then just about where I'm pointing the crossbow down there is another one of the loot crate positions. Once again, I have just taken it, so sorry about that. I'm going to leave this scuba gear on for now because I know it's going to break, so I might as well let it break whilst I'm running around. And we're going to follow here. This comes round and round, goes down to a little slope. Now obviously we know there's a jellyfish there. We don't like the jellyfish. There goes the scuba tank. But all we're doing is literally coming around to this piece. Instantly you'll see there's ruins here. And for those of you interested, there's normally, not normally, but one of the spawn points for loot crates is right here, basically. And for those of you that want an XP buff and such, there is in fact rock wall record number 9 there. So before we go back in the water, we're going to put our scuba fins back on, and we're going to put this scuba tank back on just to use it up. Now from here, all we're going to do is literally go straight. And now you might get a few things in here. You might get some sharks, you can get a jellyfish, you might get a few rays and such. But I've found normally if you actually have a decent amount of movement speed, mine's at 140.5 at the moment, then you can literally just get straight out of here. You get to this bit in front, which is a lip. You'll see the glowing crystals over there. Head up for them. Don't quite break the surface yet, because as soon as you break the surface you start to slow down. Go right for this corner, and you can simply, if you do it right, walk up here. Now that we're up here, I'm going to take that scuba gear off. I'm going to take those off, and we're simply just going to run through here. Nice and easy. Obviously, if you're on an underwater creature, like a meg or something, you can't do this. But you follow the path underwater, it's quite simple. However, I'm just trying to show you a nice easy way to do it without tames. Or for those of you that actually go on the servers where you can't have tames. And there's the next bit. We have the the squid notes, squid dossier. So happy days. And if you look down here, there's the orange glow for the artifact. If we can actually find it, there it is. I believe it's the artifact of the brute. We'll find out in a second. Over there is another good spot for loot crates, but as I've already been down twice, I've already gone over there and taken one. So I don't think we'll be finding any loot crates, sorry. Anyway, we're going to run all the way around there, because realistically you can go in the water, but there's going to be nasty things in there trying to eat you, and the least time you have to spend in there the better. So what I found is, just keep moving, just keep moving, just keep moving. Oh look, those of you that need it, there is actually even some berries and such down here in fibre. Out of curiosity, I wonder, we're not going to worry about a sleeping bag. Oh, a little bit of lag there. So you come up to this side, and up here is where one of the spawn points is for loot drops. Now, I can't see from here. There it is. So rather than faffing about with the tank and everything, I'm going to put the scuba gear on. I'm going to make a running jump for it. What we've got to do is get to it, press triangle, press L1 to take all, and then swim back to this side. And just be aware, there's only this little section here that you can get up. But we're up it, so yay. And there we go. That's a nice simple way of getting it. Now it's just a nice simple bit of getting back out again. So we're going to take the scuba gear, well, the fins back off again, and just leg it back up this path. So yeah, as I said, to be clear, I did come through with the animals and I did this. and I didn't die. It went quite well, and so I felt cocky and came back and did it on foot. And the first time went well. Well, actually, I got the artifact and swam straight into the mouth of Megalodon, but it got a bite and I managed to run away. I think it took off. By the time I got to land, I was on 485 or 500 health. So, and this is with me wearing basic stuff. Of course, if you actually wore graded stuff, I know you can't wear a graded scuba gear or graded fins, but you can still actually wear a graded hat if you want to. You can still actually wear the graded wrist guards if you want to. I mean, I'm just wearing master-crafted cloth ones, and that's because that's what was in my actual RG. So, but there we go. Now you come here, you just jump off straight, and you just head straight, and in a second, just on the left, we'll see the opening. There it is. As I said, make sure you miss those jellyfish, because they're one of the things that can truly mess you up. As it is, of course, like I said, I know I've brought the crossbow and that with me, but I haven't actually needed them. It was just literally a precaution. We'll come up here, you can see the red glowing crystal, and just before you go in there, there's a path to bring you back up out again. So now, rather than messing about taking the whole scuba gear off, we'll just take the fins off, run down to here. We'll have a quick check of this loot crate's respawned. I doubt it, as I've probably only been about 20 minutes or so, half an hour. No, it hasn't. We'll come over to here. We'll get stuck on rocks apparently, because, you know, we can't do a video and it will go perfectly, otherwise people actually start to expect too much from me. We'll come over here. We won't stop and get another picture of the ammonites, because otherwise it's going to mess up my recording again. But here we are. Scuba fins back on, and just dive and go. And that's it. I mean, if you want to take tames through, it can be a lot more difficult. I've actually seen on this map, which I believe our max level is still only 150, but of course on caves you get higher level creatures. First time I actually came and had a look through here on admin commands just to see if anything had been placed, or if you could place things with it set to nothing in caves. I actually found myself a nice level 300 mosasaur just on that corner where I just went to check if there was a loot crate back. And obviously with that sort of thing you're going to want a good few tames at a nice high level of health and damage to take it out. But swimming, you don't need to worry about that, because you can just dodge around, as I would have done. Now we're just going to swim straight back out again, and I will show you a quick view from here and how to get back out the top. You know, like I said, it's quite obvious if you come the way that I've just shown you, which was down from where my RG is, because when you get to this bit and get past the lag is real, then you find these sets of seaweed, and the entrance is right there. And in fact, that bit just in front of my tank there, that is the rock that you can see. So as long as you come down just the right hand side of that rock, you'll come down, you can see the lighter rock there, which was the top of the cave entrance, and once you get down low enough, then it will render in the actual seaweed. So nice and simple, nice easy way. You didn't have to fire a shot, we didn't have to eat anything. Technically you could do this on Lazarus Chowder, I suppose, as well, so a lower level thing. I mean, you know, if you really wanted to, you could probably do this on a frog or something, so you wouldn't need flippers or anything, and you could do it on the Primitive Plus. Over here is the actual storage box that I put down last time to put my artifact in, so I could go back in and record it all for you, because I'm just that nice to you. But past that, we're done. Here's our RG, back on the rock that we were on. So we're going to take him, her, we're going to take her, and we're going to fly home. Yes, I know I've still got my scuba gear on, but I'd rather break it and repair it than try and put it on another time. So, at that point, that is the end of it for us people. Hope that was a little helpful tip for you. Hope it was a bit more interesting than just going through there with a load of tames and killing everything. And we will see you again soon for some more episodes. Sorry it's been so long in between them, but I recorded a couple, didn't really like them, and then I kind of had so much going on that I haven't really had much chance to play Ark. As it is, I have done a few more caves which I haven't shown you, but I will do. And we still actually have 4 more artifacts to get, which is the Swamp Cave, which is going to be fun, Carnivore Cave, the harder Snow Cave. I haven't shown you the easier Snow Cave yet, but we will do. Same as I haven't shown you the Southeast Lava Cave yet, but we will do. And apart from that, I've also got the other underwater cave to do, which that one I think we will be taking the basil in with us, hence why we're breeding it. But until then, all the best, people, and we shall see you next time. So for now, bye bye.